Okay. Hey y'all, so today we got V Velagic from Honest Abe Roofing Orlando. I wanted to bring V on today to talk a bit about the results he's had working with us. So V, first and foremost, I wanted to ask you a bit about what got you into the roofing industry before we dive into anything.
Well, hi, George. Thanks so much for having me today. As a little kid, I always dreamt about being a roofer. I wanted to be nailing shingles. Sounds like no, not really. I don't think anybody ever wakes up dreaming about being a roofer. But anyway, what got me into roofing is I was looking to start a business that is somewhat recession proof. And living here in Florida, I'm constantly seeing roofs being replaced. And guess what? Roofs never stop leaking, whether it's a good economy, bad economy. There always seems to be work. So it seems like a stable industry to get into. And when I was ready to put on my entrepreneur hat, I just went full swing into roofing, and that's how I ended up with Honest Abe Roofing.
Awesome. Okay. And so before you started working with us at Volume Up Agency, what was it that you were doing?
Well, so I worked for an airline in different capacities, training development. I managed frontline employees. I had managed flight crews. I've done that for about 15 years. And prior to that, I owned a small portfolio of restaurants and retail stores. So I sold that off, went to work, tried the corporate world, and it was great. I learned a lot. I developed, but I was getting ready to go and do my own thing again. And that's how I ended up starting a roofing company.
Okay, awesome. That's a bit of a unique story from what you hear most people coming in the roofing industry doing, right? Typically, it's like, hey, we were up here, realized we could make more money owning the actual business. But no, that's super cool. So with that, I know you would work with us for a bit, running our lead gen services, right? You pause for a bit to use another service, then you end up coming back. Could you tell us a bit about that experience?
Yeah, so sometimes I'm very guilty of trying to fix something that's not broken. And your lead gen services, I mean, the way it was set up through our corporate, it was a little different. It was a very different relationship where we didn't have that one-on-one where we could collaborate on what we want our ads to look at. So I didn't even know you were doing our leads. So when we met somebody else, I was excited to work with them one-on-one, and they have great intentions. As a matter of fact, I'm still using them, but I wasn't just getting the same results. So our lead flow went down quite a bit, and we heavily depend on our digital leads. So I after 3 weeks, I was like, I need to do something. I need to grab the bull by the horn, and I went. I knew what worked, and I came back to you, and I said, hey, it worked for us. Let's go back. And instantly, I think you turned our ads on, and instantly that night we received like 5 or 6 leads. At the same budget, literally. So I appreciate that.
Definitely. That's what our goal here is, right? And so with that, I appreciate you sharing that so far. Last question I have for you is, if you were speaking to your older self and or your past self, and you were on the fence about coming on to work with us here at Volume Up Agency, what would you tell that past self?
I mean, really, I had a great experience. And I would tell myself, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And it's all about results. The proof is in a pudding, and you're already proven it. Like November, December, we had our record months, and those are our slowest months here in Florida generally for roofing, because people are getting into holiday. But don't complicate things, simplify them. If something works, just keep doing it. Tweak it. Do maybe minor tweaks, but don't take any drastic changes.
Definitely. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing that today, V. I'm sure that'll help future roofers who want to look and work with us. And again, appreciate you taking the time to share that.
Absolutely. Anytime, George. And I appreciate everything you do for us. So thank you. Thank you for keeping us busy. We had our record week with leads this week. So um, hats off for you.
Let's make next week even better.
Do it. Yes.